Hello students, let us talk about respiration. Respiration is the second life process. First one we have seen about nutrition and also we have seen the nutrition process into human beings. Nutrition is nothing but taking the food and particularly in heterotrophic type of nutrition, the food is digested and then that food will be available for the energy. Now, in digestion in the human beings, we have seen that food is broken down into the simpler ones, that is glucose. So this digestion process completed in small intestine. So after the small intestine, the food will be absorbed, that is the digested food will be absorbed by the walls of the intestine, and then that digested food will be reached to each and every cell of the body. Still, the body is not getting any energy, right? So there should be some chemical reaction. There should be some processes which is occurring inside the cells, that inside the human cell. That processes are that process will give the energy from the digested food. So and that process is nothing but the respiration process. So respiration is defined as the process by which the digested food is oxidized to release energy is called respiration. So in respiration, the digested food material will be react with the oxygen, that is the oxidation process means it will react with oxygen which will be available inside the cell. So it will react with oxygen and it will give the energy. So end product will be energy. That energy will be used for the further processes. That process is called respiration. Now respiration is of two types, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. What is the difference between these two? Aerobic respiration is that if the respiration occurs in the presence of oxygen, that is the aerobic respiration. So in this process, there will be too much oxygen available for the reaction. Now, in anaerobic respiration, if the respiration process occurs in absence of oxygen, okay, so glucose will be broken down, but it will be the respiration process, but in the absence of oxygen. So that will be anaerobic respiration. This aerobic respiration this process occurs in the mitochondria of the cell. Inside the cell there is a mitochondria organelle. So in the mitochondria organelle, this aerobic respiration will occur. And this anaerobic respiration is occurring in the cytoplasm of the cell. The products of this chemical reaction will be carbon dioxide and water in aerobic respiration. So we can say that the glucose, that is the digested food, will be completely broken down into carbon dioxide and water, and energy is the product also. And while in anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not available. So in absence of oxygen, it will not be the complete breaking down of the glucose molecule. Glucose will not be completely broken down. So the products will be lactic acid. If this anaerobic respiration is occurring in animals, the end product will be lactic acid. And in plants, the end product will be ethanol instead of carbon dioxide and water. Okay? So it is an incomplete uh, combustion, we can say. In aerobic respiration, more energy is released. Okay, so amount of energy will be much more in the aerobic respiration because it is the complete combustion. Why I am calling it combustion here? Because in aerobic respiration, the digested food particle is actually reacting with oxygen, and we know that the reaction with oxygen is a combustion reaction. So respiration is also called the combustion process. So in this combustion process, it is a complete combustion of glucose, aerobic respiration. So much more amount of energy is released, and compared to aerobic, it is an incomplete combustion. That's why much less amount of energy is released. Well, we can say the aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is seen in most of the organisms, all the higher forms of life. Okay, all the complex and higher higher forms means the developed forms of life are having this aerobic kind of respiration to get the energy. And while where we are seeing the anaerobic, certain bacteria, yeast, fungi, and certain tissues of higher organisms are having going through the anaerobic respiration. Okay, so in some of the bacteria, it is said that for some kind of bacteria, oxygen is poisonous to them. Yes, because they respire, they don't need oxygen. They respire in absence of oxygen. And certain tissues of animals, let me give you one example. In the muscles of the animals, that is saying humans, when the much exercise, extreme exercise will give the muscle pain. Why does muscles pain? Because during extreme running or anything, when our muscle do much work, they need more energy. Okay, and to get more energy, the respiration process will be speed up. And for that reaction, the oxygen will not be available instantly. At that moment, a proper amount of oxygen will not be available. So, in a lack of oxygen, oxygen is not properly available. So, in lack of oxygen, the tissue, muscle tissue will respire through anaerobic respiration and the product will be lactic acid. So, due to this lactic acid, the pain is felt in the muscle cells. So, these are the two main types of respiration process. The chemical reactions, the chemical equation for aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration are shown here. In aerobic respiration, the digested food, that is the glucose, will be broken into carbon dioxide. Will be like this. C6H12O6, that is the formula for glucose. We have the molecule having 6 carbon. This glucose inside the cytoplasm of the cell will be converted into pyruvate, a 3-carbon molecule. That will be the pyruvate. The chemical formula of pyruvate is C3H4O3. So this pyruvate is an intermediate. Right? So this process of converting glucose to pyruvate, that is the glycolysis process, which occurs in cytoplasm of the cell. Now this pyruvate will ultimately convert into carbon dioxide, water, and energy will release in presence of oxygen, because it is the aerobic respiration in mitochondria of the cell. So inside the mitochondria, the pyruvate will convert into carbon dioxide and water. So, and this is not the straight one reaction. Okay, pyruvate 3-carbon molecule will convert into carbon dioxide in a series of chemical reactions, not a single chemical reaction. Right? So many chemical reactions are occurring one by one, and a series of chemical reactions will occur that will convert pyruvate to carbon dioxide. And this series of chemical reaction to convert pyruvate to carbon dioxide will be the Krebs cycle. So we can say that pyruvate undergoes this Krebs cycle and carbon dioxide will release. This requires oxygen. It will require oxygen here, and in presence of oxygen, this reaction occurs. Carbon dioxide, water, and energy will be released. Now this energy will be used in the further further processes, further activities, etc. So this energy will be stored in the cell in form of ATP. Right? So what is ATP? The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. It is a molecule. Energy will be stored in a form of ATP. So we can say that ATP is nothing but a packet of energy. Whenever the energy needed, the energy will be obtained from ATP, because already the packets of energy is already stored. It is said in respiration, the breaking down one glucose molecule, when it is broken down to carbon dioxide, in one molecule will give 38 molecules of ATP. Okay, that's much more. Now, in aerobic respiration, which is the respiration in absence of oxygen or in lack of oxygen. So, the initial reactants are glucose. It will convert into pyruvate, that is the intermediate inside the cytoplasm. Now, here in bacteria and yeast, it undergoes the respiration in absence of oxygen. So in absence of oxygen, this pyruvate will convert into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. Ethanol is the alcohol having two carbons. Right? So C2H5OH is a chemical formula for ethanol, and carbon dioxide and energy will release in form of ATP. And in the muscle cells of the animals, when the proper amount of oxygen is not obtained, as I discussed, this pyruvate will convert into lactic acid in lack of oxygen. The proper amount of oxygen is not available for the muscle tissue. So it will form lactic acid and energy. In this anaerobic respiration, the amount of it is the incomplete combustion, right? So the amount of energy is much less. It is said that one glucose molecule will give 2 molecules of ATP in this respiration. So this were the chemical equations for aerobic and anaerobic respiration. These are very important chemical equations. Here, you don't have to remember the chemical formula. Only if you write glucose to pyruvate to carbon dioxide, ethanol, lactic acid, only names are enough for the examination point of view. You don't have to remember the chemical formulas. Thank you.